Very realistic, very real. I mean, we've been living a lie. One of the reasons why we're failing with our resolutions is because we are too pretentious. We're pretending against ourselves. We're also pretending against people close to us, our partners. We're pretending against our immediate families. We're pretending against our friends. We're pretending against our relatives. We are pretending against everyone on the social media and the life we're living. So the reason why we are so retrogressive, we're not moving, we're not progressive, it's because we are living a lie. Let's be honest. Today now I'm going to tell you the truth. The reason why you're not making it today is because the life that you live is not original. Every time when you make a decision, you think about what other people will think about you. It doesn't matter, man. You're living your own life. Remember, corruption is a corruption if you're not benefiting. But once you start benefiting from it, you're not going to see it as a corruption. So what I'm trying to say is, for as long as these people that you are afraid of are not benefiting from your milestones, from your success, they will never embrace or appreciate or perhaps acknowledge your achievement. So that you don't have to care about them. Live your life, be yourself, be honest. I mean, maintain integrity on everything else that you do. Even these relatives who always ask you, then why you graduate but they don't care about you throughout the year or what is happening. I mean, it's not their responsibility to be fending or perhaps looking after you. And it is not their responsibility to even ask you when are you graduating or power personal or what is happening. For as long as they've never cared in the initial stage, they should never care in the last stage of evaluation. Never. Because it's obvious that they do not have any vested interest to know how far are you going. I mean, you cannot just check if I'm graduating if you have never had time to even call and ask what am I eating at the university. No, we don't operate like that. The other thing here, we just want to see ourselves sharing everything else that comes our way. I mean, you just want to share with everyone. You already shared when our next year in 2020, you're going to a college, you're going to do your diploma and so forth. It's not everyone who's happy about the progress that you're making in your life. Try and retain. Some people say some of their secrets just for you, to expose everything else that you have. Be smart. If you're not forced to say things, you're not forced, and don't say them. That's what I'm saying. We're living a lie because we want to pretend, we want to appear like we're successful and all that, even when we know that we're not successful. It's not late. Sometimes when you take a picture, you make sure that the picture is best. That is why sometimes we even take about 20 pictures, 15 pictures before we find the best. That is your life. When you try your life, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. At the end, you will find the best of yourself. Stick to it. Hold on to it. It doesn't matter. Be positive. Agree with yourself first that you are going to make it. If you believe that you'll make it, you will certainly make it. But if you believe you cannot, who are we to dispute what you say? Because you are saying you cannot. So it means you do not have a positive attitude towards something that you want to accomplish. I mean, you join university, you're coming from a college, you're having your N6, electrical engineering, and you have a feeling that someone is owing you a job. Who's owing you a job? Do you think the government even know you? Imagine, South Africa, we are more than 50 million in number. Government should just leave the rest and come to you. The government will never do that. The other thing is that this government we are always talking about, the posts that they advertise, most of them are already occupied. They're just advertising them for formality. Whether you're sitting there, you think the government will just come at your place and ask for your diploma. Stand up, do something about it. Volunteer if it means that you must do so. Don't volunteer because of money. Many people are employed because of volunteering. Sometimes you just have to go to a company and ask to volunteer. Okay, others don't allow people to volunteer, maybe for other reasons. But if you are given an opportunity, there is a ground that allows you to volunteer. Volunteer. Because in most cases, people who are employed, they employ them because they already know the environment, they know the situation. If you're volunteered in this company, when they advertise something that you're doing, they will certainly look for you because you already understand the dynamics, you already understand the environment. You will not give them any problem. I always sometimes tell people that, when you know that you're not working, hey, wake up in the morning, bath, wear smart, and go to any company of your choice. Stand there. When they go to their offices, choose which office you want to go. If there's no any office close you, go to their printer. Whoever prints there, you take off those papers, you give them. It's part of your voluntary. It builds on your CV. It also shows that you have got a passion. Someone who sings on the robot demonstrate that they've got the ability to do so. They can be given an opportunity, unlike someone who sits at home and saying, I can sing. So my point is, take charge. It's not everyone who's going to be employed either in the companies or in the government institutions. The other thing that we are so stuck with, especially South Africans, we assume that after having graduated, we must be employed. In Nigeria, I've read something that in most universities, it's compulsory for one to do the entrepreneurship as a module or as a subject. Why? Because they want to, motivate their people to start businesses. But what is a business? The reason we're also failing in business is because we are not creative. We want to do business that are already existing. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing a business that is existing. But what is it that is new that you are bringing into the sector? I mean, think about, business emanate from a problem. Business emanate from an opportunity. If you check all these business, they emanate because someone has seen a space that, okay, but what for okay, let me get an Uber. Let me get my car and transport these people. I saw this other business from someone in Rustenburg there. She just thought, okay, but what from today, I'm going to make scaftins for your kids. I will go and give them during school breaks there. She provided very nice fruits. So people were more interested. Why? She identified the space. She identified an opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Don't sit down and think someone else is going to come and assist. The problem, we've got a mentality that, our government will not employ us. Hey, our government this and that. What are we doing for ourselves? Remember, God has given you the wisdom. God has given you the skills. They've given you the mind to think. So to think. God cannot do that. I mean, I cannot buy a phone and buy data for you. I will buy the phone. Think about strategies to find your data. Cannot think beyond the box or without the box at all. So what I'm trying to say, think about opportunities that you want to accomplish. Make sure that your answer, even if you find an opportunity that is not relevant to the qualification that you got from the college, from the university and so forth, just find a way to make sure that you relate. I mean, find a way to work, even if it's not related to what you're doing. The moment that they realize that you're doing something, you will find someone who's going to assist you, maybe with something that you acquired at the university, at the college. I always encourage people, if you find an opportunity to work at ShopRite, if you find an opportunity to work as a teller, if you find an opportunity to work coffee station, if you find any other opportunity that was not of your interest, take it, because you don't know who you are going to meet in that space, on that environment. Don't just be choosy when you know you don't have anything. Understand? So that's what I'm saying. When we take pictures, we want to take the best pictures. If I shoot 10 pictures and I don't find the best, I'll rather delete until I find the best. Maybe you have tried all along in your life that you want to see yourself having this and that, but those things are not coming along. Yes, it's not late. Delete and shoot again. Delete and shoot again. The same thing happens on Facebook. When you post a status and you realize that it doesn't really capture the meaning of what you want, you can still delete, think about it, come and repost if you want to post. So let's just try and use the little space that we have. So what I'm trying to say is, Let's live the real life. Let us be ourselves. Let's stand up. Even when we fail several times, you can still stand up and do something. When I was at school, then you will not find a job. There are many people who are employed and they've never been to school. There are many people who are unemployed, but they went to school. The inability to think. Education is not a success. Education is the key to success, which means when you have got education, you have the ability to unlock potentials. You are not promised that after education you will be employed. No, it unlocks the potential for you to be employed or to employ others, because the government cannot do it alone. At times we must stand up. The decisions that we take now, they're going to haunt us in 10 years and 15 years to come. That is why it is important that we take the positive ones. Or but no, you can see but they are very smart. The decisions that they make, they are very smart. They build, they make sure that they're able to, they didn't go to school, but they've got what we call individual endowments. I was reading this article by this other economic theorist, Todaro. He was trying to ask questions to say, who are the poor? Why are they poor? He was trying to understand, I actually wrote a paper about that. Do really poor people know that they are poor? And if they know that they are poor, what is it that they are doing to transform their situation? You realize now that your life doesn't go exactly how you planned. What do you do about it? Are you going to